Today we're going to be talking about blood pressure. I know some of you know what blood pressure is. You can use it with different materials. I have just the regular old style way where the cuff goes around the upper arm, but you can also use a digital one or some type of other gauge as well. Today I have Evelyn as my person to help me out, and we're going to test her blood pressure. The reason why we do blood pressure and why it's a very important vital sign is because then we can figure out how high it is and how low it is. That's also called hypertension and hypotension. We want to keep it from getting too high because then you will get strokes, dizziness, a bunch of other things that are not okay. And then with it being too low, it could happen with a lot of dizziness and a lot of passing out with patients. You can have it a little high and a little low, but we just don't want it over the top. The first number that I will call out is called the systolic number. It's where I hear the first heartbeat first. And then the dystolic number is the last one. It's where the heartbeat has rested. Materials is just the regular blood pressure cuff. It has the measurement here, and then I pump the air through and goes on our arm. The next is my stethoscope. It's not a fancy one like others, but it's usable, and that's all that matters. With your stethoscope, you want to also always have it pointing outwards when you're putting it in your ear. I've learned this in CNA. It's better hearing when you want to look for that heartbeat. And let's get started. What I read out of the blood pressure cup was 110/20. That's a pretty healthy number. We want to keep it at least 120/80. But with some patients, you could cross your legs and it would be lower, or you could move, or you could talk too much and it would also be the factor. This blood pressure cuff also is not the good and handy one, so it's like not the best, but it still gets you to the point where you know which one is which. Blood pressure is a really good benefit to society because it's a really good sign to help you figure out what's going on with your body and how your blood is pumping through your body. If it's not pumping through properly, then we need to go into further action and make sure things are all right. Blood pressure is one of most vitals. We also have O2, and O2 talks about how your oxygen is. We want to keep it above 80, normally in the 90s. If it's lower than that, a lot of my residents have been put on oxygen for it. You have O2, you have blood pressure, you have blood sugars. There's just a bunch of vital signs, and blood pressure is one of the most important to figure out if you need help more along the lines or not. And that's it.